free game on how to be an influencer. 1, don't be boring, okay? Nobody wants to watch boring content. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you don't do nothing. Make it interesting. There is a way to do that. Use what you do know how to do. Stop trying to do stuff because you see other people doing it and you're like, maybe that'll work for me. If you don't like makeup, do not start doing makeup content. Like, if you don't like gaming, why are you streaming? Right? Like, stick to something you actually know how to do so it never feels like a task to you. The audience will come. If you were always worried about the numbers and the followers and what time to post and all of that, you are already halfway behind. You are missing out on the point, right? It does not matter when you post. Of course, yes, you should post when people are awake, but besides that, there is no hard and fast rule to when you should post on social media. To me, there is no such thing as too much content, but there is a such thing as too much bad content. So if you're putting out content pieces after content piece and it's only to viral trends and it's only to things that are specifically to something that only you would like care for, then it's not going to work. You have to make yourself relatable. So if you're only ever rapping in a camera or only doing viral trends and dances, it's not gonna, people are gonna come to your page. They're going to look to see what you do, and when they notice that you don't do anything but that, they're going to swipe away. So, hard truth. Not every video will go viral, like, because again, you need to get that out of your head that every single time you post on any app, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, anything, if you automatically believe like the moment that you post something, it doesn't go viral, that like your life is now over and you're going to be shitty as a content creator, if you keep saying that, that's exactly what's going to happen. Also, there is so much free game on social media. If you were saying you don't know how to use CapCut, you don't know how to do viral, like you don't know how to do edits, you don't understand how to make your videos pop, literally go to the search bar on TikTok and type in how to make a certain video on CapCut, right? And there are going to be so many tutorials for you to watch. And then what you do is you open it. You open CapCut and then you go try to do the edit. That's what you do. I'm not sure what all this waiting until Christmas is about, but you don't need to do that. Too much planning is a problem. Yes, you should plan out what you want to do, how you want to do it. You should have some idea about what you're doing. But at some point, you have to move out of the planning phase and you need to get into the doing phase, right? You keep saying, I'm going to wait to make content until I have 1,000 followers. Why? You keep saying, I'm going to wait to make content until I buy the biggest tripod I can find under the sun. Why? I'm going to wait, insert here, whatever your answer is, I have no idea what you're waiting on. Because the more you wait, all that time you were waiting, you've been waiting 3 months, you could have had 1,000 followers by now. But you're still sitting there telling yourself, I need to wait, or I need more devices or more information or more research. Please get out of the research phase. You're done. You don't need to research anymore. You need to start doing. Another thing, people ask me all the time, what do you use to shoot your content with? I'm using an iPhone 16 Pro. That's it. I have nothing else. I have a basic tripod that I bought. I didn't buy anything from a TikTok shop. I have a basic tripod that I bought and it works just fine. I can put my settings for my camera up on the screen so you guys can see actually what I use and how I shoot. I learned this again from someone else who was giving out the free game. Like, there's so much out there, you guys need to take it. So if you're not doing it, if you're not like doing the content and your heart is not really in it, let it go. But there's no point in buying all this extra stuff if you're not really going to sit up and do it. Making content seems like it's super easy, which some days that it can be. But if you don't know what you're doing, it makes it hard. If you don't actually start executing things to do trial and error, there are plenty of edits that I do on this app that took me hours to do. And if you don't want to spend hours on it, you don't want to do it. That is like my rule of thumb. If you don't actually want to learn, take the time to research, ask questions, fail, see what works, then don't do it. I suggest that everyone do a 30-day challenge. Everyone. Because when you do a 30-day challenge, you learn so much about yourself and you see that you can be consistent. And I know you're wondering, what should I do a 30-day challenge about? Anything. 30 days of drinking a full gallon of water. 30 days of challenging myself to wake up on time. 30 days of whatever. And just set it. Stick to it. You will get people who will be interested. I know y'all saw that girl on here that was doing the Dougie. She was like, day one of teaching myself how to Dougie. Right? And a lot of people caught on to him when she got to like day 15, day 16. And they were like, oh shit, this girl's learning how to Dougie. And then people went back to her page and they saw, wow, you've been Dougieing for 16 days and this is how good she can Dougie better than I can. Okay? She practiced her ass off. But there was a challenge of her learning how to do it. Do something that you want to do. Make it into a challenge so it makes it fun for you. It makes it fun for your followers. It's something that you can keep up on and be consistent about. A lot of people do 30 days of working out, 30 days of eating clean, 30 days of doing my hair. Like, you can really do anything you want to on this app. Also, seriously, the excuses only work for as long as you let them. If you find an excuse for every single thing that you do, for everything, for every reason, it's like, I can't do that because, please get off of this video and do not follow me, because I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear nobody complaining all day, every day about why something is so difficult. Like, it's not that. It is hard. It can be time consuming, but it's not that damn hard. Some days your target audience is no one. Some days you might just post a video because that's the video that you wanted to post. It's something that you wanted to do. Every edit or everything that I do on the app is not always for other people. Sometimes I enjoy just creating something or being funny or doing whatever. And if it's like that, then you know I'm making this for me. So you take the expectation of people needing to engage with it, people needing to think that it's funny or whatever the case may be. Take some of those expectations off yourself and ask, what do I want when I put this video out into the world? Do I want to go viral? Do I want to get more followers? Do I want to relate to more people? Do I want to let people know that they're not alone in the world? What are you posting for? Sometimes it's just for fun. But knowing whatever you are posting for helps you not be disappointed if, let's say, you just posted a video 5 minutes ago and it's not going viral. Was your goal to go viral or was it to be relatable? Questions, right? Let's talk about going viral. Going viral, a lot of people want to go viral. That's like the thing. Everybody has this, I want to go viral, I want to go viral, I want to go viral. But why? Why do you want to go viral? And if you go viral, what happens after you go viral? Do you have the stamina to keep going viral? Can you handle going viral and then it makes it outside of whatever your target audience was, right? Can you handle some of the criticism that comes with being on social media? When you're putting yourself out there, can you handle some people not liking your content or commenting and saying, I hate this? Because that is always a possibility when you put yourself out into the world. So a lot of people want to go viral, but if you don't have an end goal or a plan after that, it's like, oh, I went viral once. Now I want to do it again. Okay, are you trying to monetize? Do you want to go viral so you can quit your 9 to 5, right? These are questions you have to be asking yourself about, what am I doing this for? Because if you always remember your why, there will be a lot less disappointment. You do not need anyone to co-sign what you want to do on these apps, okay? You do not need anyone to co-sign. I woke up one day and decided that I was going to be a fashion influencer. Nobody told me that I was good at fashion. Nobody said, oh, hey, I think that'd be a great idea for you. I just did it because that's what I wanted to do, right? And I woke up one day and decided that I wanted to be a content creator. You have to do what you want to do with your content, with your life in general. But one of the main things, when I woke up and said, oh, I want to be a beauty girl. Thank you, baby. I want to do makeup. Okay. I want to do fashion. Okay. Who's stopping you saying you can't do that? Except for yourself. Because you can stop yourself for sure. But you have to remind yourself, did God give you a vision or did they give it to someone else? Because God does give us some of the same visions, but some of them he specifically gave to you for you to execute. And if you keep waiting for other people to agree with the execution of it or the dream that God gave you, you will be waiting a long time. There's something that Kevin Hart used to say, where he used to say everybody wants to be famous, but nobody wants to put the work in. And that is so real. I think so many people on social media now are so used to instant gratification. I can post this video and I'll go viral, and then I'm going to end up like Keith Lee, or, you know, people that I've seen just post one video and now they're super famous. Do you not know that people like Casanat, Keith Lee, I Show Speed, these are people who worked their asses off. They didn't just post one video, get frustrated, and quit. They posted multiple videos. If something wasn't working for them, they pivoted. They took multiple chances on themselves to get to where they are right now, and you can do the same thing. But if you keep watching and not actually producing, that's not helping you. There's a saying that says you are supposed to create more than you consume. I watched YouTube for 15 hours today, but I only made one video, and that video was 20 minutes. You're watching more than you consume, and that's the problem. You won't be too busy about what other people are doing or how they're being successful if the only thing you were worried about is your own success. My old team captain, who used to always say, head down, blinders on, keep chopping, right? Trial used to go bad, head down, blinders on, you got to keep chopping. Because when you put your head down and you put your blinders on, you can't see who's running next to you. You can't see who's running beside you. You can't see if somebody is on your heels, and guess what? It don't matter. Because wherever you were supposed to be, you will be. As long as you keep working on your goals, not nobody else's. Sometimes we get too consumed with what others are doing, and then we start missing out on what we should be doing. Oh, a little bit going away. And I know when you tell people just only focus on yourself, focusing on yourself seems selfish. But what about that's your problem? You're always worried about somebody else. You have to be more concerned with yourself, what you put out, what you produce. What are your hopes and your dreams and your aspirations? Even if I say an idea to somebody and they don't agree with it, I still will continue to do it if that's something that I want to do. It's my thing, nobody else's. And sometimes you have to have confidence in the fact that it's your thing and no one else's. It's okay if nobody understands your thing. It's your thing. Lack of confidence comes off in your videos. If you're not confident about what you're saying, what you're doing, what you're wearing, other people can see that. You have to like what you are doing if you want other people to like it too. You have to enjoy what you're doing if you want other people to enjoy it too. If everything you're doing is a here, damn, take this, then try something else, okay? Let's talk about pivoting for a moment. You have to know when it's time to pivot, and expand, okay? I have been doing content since 2021, and my content has taken so many revamps. At some point, I was using Canva to make my posts. I was making speaking videos. I decided that I was only doing Twitter threads. I was making family content. I'm now doing makeup, skincare. You need to know when it's time to pivot. It also didn't mean that any of the content that I was previously making was bad. It just meant that my followers got used to this, and now it's time to switch and change it up. Because if you notice, and if you go look through my page, there are still Twitter threads, family content, makeup content, skincare content, fashion content, because I have no niche. I'm not a niche type of person. I do it all. I'm also a lawyer. I'm also a mom. I'm also a girlfriend, and I'm also a great friend. So how would I ever be able to just only post videos about one thing when I myself do so much? Tap into you. Tap into the strengths that you have. If you know how to talk your way out of a paper bag, get on here and talk. If you know how to beat your face to the gods, get on here and beat your face. If you know how to braid, you better get up there and braid your hair. Like, it's so many different ways you can do this. You have to know that sometimes the only person that's holding you back is you. You cannot keep blaming everybody else. You cannot blame, I never learned this, I don't know how to. Sometimes you are the only person making the excuses that is keeping you exactly where you are. Allegedly in a spot that you don't want to be in. Because if it's a place you don't want to be in, why are you still there? Why are you not finding a way to dig yourself out of this place that you don't want to be in? For example, back in December of 24, my original TikTok got hacked, right? And I'm like, you know what? I don't know if I'm gonna keep doing this, right? Because I'm messaging TikTok. I'm asking them like, hi, my account got hacked. What do I need to do? Who do I need to call? Nothing, no responses. And one of my really, really good friends was like, start a new TikTok. And I was like, I don't really want to start a new TikTok, right? Like, I worked really hard on this TikTok and on this thing. So I want to just let it go. And then I remembered my why. Why did I start making content in the first place? Because I wanted people to know that you can be multi-talented, you can be multifaceted, and things don't always just look one way, right? Although I'm an attorney, a bomb-ass attorney at that, I also do so much more. That's not the only thing that's about me. And I want other women in the world, other black women specifically, to know that you can be anything in this world and don't let anybody limit you. You can see me be out partying, dancing with my friends, having a great time, and then also watch me do a court proceeding the next morning. Because I'm able to be all of that. I can be that. Society doesn't have to put me in a box of what they think I should be, and I don't have to act one specific way because apparently that's the norm. Especially if that's not how I want to act. If I want to act a hot ass, I'm finna act a hot ass. Okay? And ain't nobody tell me can't nobody tell me I can't. What they gonna do? What Drake say, and what the fuck is they gonna do with it? Exactly. Sometimes people be wanting things, and then when they get it, they be like, oh, I don't want this. Exactly, because what the fuck were you gonna do with it? And you gotta know when you're also living somebody else's dream. You have to know when you are living somebody else's dream and not your own. If you in this moment feel like you were unhappy, you feel like you were stagnant, you feel like none of this stuff is working out for you, you need to ask yourself, am I living in someone else's dream or mine? Am I doing what other people expected of me, or am I doing what I want to do for me? Did somebody tell me back in the day that I wasn't going to be able to do X, and now I decided and convinced myself that I wasn't going to be able to do it? The only reality that you are required to live in is yours. You don't have to live in other people's delusions. You don't have to live in other people's bullshit. You don't have to live in other people's downplay of your talents. If you know you are a talented person and somebody is steady trying to talk you out of what you want to do and how you want to do it, I think you might need to get away from that person. Sometimes you have to call a spade a spade. Some of these people are haters. Some of these people don't want you to succeed. Some of these people don't want you doing better than them. What's the saying? I want you doing good as long as it's not better than me. That's a real thing. So you have to ask yourself, who are you around? Are you around the people to be your best self? Are you around the people that's encouraging you to keep going and to never give up and to make sure that you're hitting all of your goals? Or are you around the naysayers? Or are you the naysayer? Also, I know that this is going to sound extremely crazy to some of you, but I mean it when I say it. The numbers do not matter. The numbers do not matter. If you are only waiting to post good content until you get 1,000 followers, post good content when you're at 5. I guess you have to ask yourself this question. What do you have to lose? By trying, what do you lose? You tried, it didn't work out. Okay, at least you know you won't have regrets later on in life. I gave it a shot, it wasn't for me. I find it insane, actually, how many times I hear people talk themselves out of something they truly, genuinely want to do. We can see you. When y'all leave nasty, hateful comments under other people's stuff, people can see you. And sometimes you're wondering, why are people not, coming towards me? Or why are people not, you look at, why are other people doing stuff and I'm not? You're nasty on the internet. Seriously. Nasty spirited, mean, ignorant, always yelling, always got an attitude, always in a bad mood. Don't say anything positive on your account. The only thing I'm more scared of in this life is not doing everything that I wanted to do, right? That's the only thing I've ever been scared of, is not doing everything I wanted to do. And guess what? Up until this moment, so this moment right now of me making this video, I've done everything I wanted to do. Everything. It's not one thing in this world that I haven't said, hey, I would like to do, and I haven't, right? Of course, though, I have other goals that I would like to get to and all that stuff like that. Yeah, I was killing my goals so much that I had to make some new ones. I was doing so good at my goals that I said, well, goddamn, girl, what next? What possibly could you be doing next, right? I tried something, then killed it, then mastered it. And once I master something, I move on. That's another big thing that people don't really understand. When you master something, that's great. But when you master it, you do not have to stay in that area just because you mastered it. Master it, take the skills, move on to the next thing. This is how a lot of people end up getting stagnant. And I know people always ask, I'm only saying things to you that I know to be true. I am 32 years old. I just turned 32 in April of this year. I am an attorney. I have a child. I've been a content creator. I've worked at Pizza Hut. I've worked at Ruby Tuesday. I've lived in different places. I've done so much in these 32 years because I always was like, well, what's next? I've mastered it. I've accomplished it. And now I can move on from it. People are like, oh, if you're always chasing something else, then you'll never be settled. And it's like, no, I'm also exploring other things that make me happy. I don't want to just be tied down to one thing, and I don't want to not have any other skills. I don't want to just always be known for X. So you need to ask yourself, am I truly happy? Am I doing what I want to do? Am I living in other people's dreams? Am I living in other people's delusions? Because, baby, let me tell you something. People will definitely try to make you live in their delusions with them. And I'm telling you this from experience. The answer has to always be absolutely, from the bottom of your heart, hell no. Do not live in other people's delusions. Do not allow them to make you live in their delusions. A lot of people are fucking delusional, okay? And because they are delusional and because they don't believe in themselves, they don't want you to believe in yourself. My therapist said to me, every time you do something good, it's a reminder to whoever else of something that they're not doing, right? Some people are not excited that you are crushing all of your goals or that you are happy or on your way to the next spot. And you have to learn discernment about who you can share those types of things with. Not everybody needs to know every single thing. Remember, you got this. I love you. You're going to do great, okay? Stop planning. Stop living in other people's delusions and go push their content.